Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Elden Ring. Let's continue. Continuing through Rea Lucaria. I'm actually doing progression, guys. Can you believe it? Alright, so this area has a fun little enemy that we may have seen a few times, but we never actually engaged. One of those guys, the Iron Maidens. So you can fight this thing from a distance pretty safely. Barely avoided that. But yeah, it actually can't get through this area. They're tough. They have a lot of health. They can endure hits. Some of them are practically immune to fire. God, that scared me. And yes, I know what happens if you let them eat you. Some do it on purpose to get to certain areas a bit sooner. Long-tail cat talisman. Oh yeah, I didn't actually read the spell Drake stuff. It's the same thing. It just has a higher boost. All right. There you are. A brooch depicting Lacrima, the long-tailed cat, renders the wearer immune to fall damage. However, it cannot prevent falling to one's death. Lacrima features in the fables of Rea Lucaria, in which she is described as a fairy cat who was fond of playing in the Great Bell Tower. So it prevents fall damage. There is fall damage in this game, but the threshold between taking no damage and death is very low. And that little threshold is where you take damage from falling. So needless to say, it's practically worthless. In most cases, the falls that you're supposed to do, you can usually survive. Smithing Stone 5. So that can get you up to plus 15 if you can get enough of them. At this point, we don't need any. We got some Glintstone Fireflies, which can be used for some magic alchemy stuff, which unfortunately I don't think we've found any of those yet. Another thing that's kind of an issue for the open world stuff, some of the I mentioned before that like the throwing knives and bombs are actually pretty useful. The problem, of course, is some of them scale off certain stats, and if you don't have those stats available, you're kind of stuck. Alright, go this way, by the way. That'll take us up here. Then we can go say hello to this thing. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that imbued stone key we got. So at this point, there's really no reason for me to go... I don't even know if it's possible for me to go back up the elevator. So, with that in mind, that gives me a perfect excuse to go back here. So we've done the first one at the very bottom, and then there's the two others. And I mentioned before, one of them is pretty worthless, but we'll do it once we get the third key. But I believe it's this one. That's the fun one. Anticipation. There's an easy way to confirm it if messages happen to pop up. Looks like they're not popping up. I'm fairly certain it's this one. The other one's over here, and I'm pretty sure that's just not the one. Yeah, Night Sky Unceasing. Okay, that's definitely not it, so it's this one. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pop our Imbued Sword Key here. Got that. Travel to another location. Usually if you see player messages around this thing, it's usually going to say something like revenge. Or something along those lines. Chapel of Anticipation. So we are over here, which we didn't have a map back when we were over here. I believe. Yeah. So that's actually that piece of cliff there will actually go out from under you and kill you. It's one of the few times when that actually is meant to kill you. That's because this is the very beginning of the game. And inside there is an old friend that beat the tar out of us before. If you happen to be one of those crazy people that actually managed to kill the introduction boss, what would happen is you'll get the item drops from him, and I think you do get the runes. And then you go over here, and then you would essentially die from the fall there. I don't know if you get to keep the runes that you get from that guy or not. Kind of a dick move if you don't. Because technically your death in this part is not technically a death, it's a weird cutscene thing. But it is what it is. Anyway. So yeah, yeah, right. So we got this going for us. And he's back. Broke your guard. Alright. Yep. Good to see you too. Long time no see. He's actually blocking all of them. I'm too far away. Alright, now he's in this mode. So he's a little bit different from the other grafter. He actually does this weird... He goes into a different mode. I'm actually purposely going forward because we were getting in the loop there. I was doing 54 damage every time. Alright. He's worth 3,200 runes, which it's enough for like 2, maybe 3 level ups if you do keep them. Definitely not worth the difficulty of the boss. But you do get to keep the weapons that you happen to get from him. So Ornamental Straight Sword. If you two-hand this, it will actually go into a dual wield stance. It cylinder straight sword patterned after an antique ornament. Superior swordsmen prefer to wield one in each hand. After falling from grace, the dregs of the golden lineage sought power and purpose in the past. Unique skill, golden tempering. Cross 2 swords to grant their attack's holy essence. While in effect, strong attack performs the dual wielding combo attack. Alright, and then you can also get this, which has 100% physical block, and then about 50% for everything else. Requires 24 strength because it's a great shield, of course. Shield of dull gold with a beast engraved as its crest. Lighter than most great shields and subsequently easier to wield. The beast depicted is Sarash, aged counselor who guides the golden lineage. No skill. So yeah, got that going for us. Alright, so yeah, we're back in this area. There's really only one other place we can go here. I don't remember if I ever showed it on video, but there was actually a door that we could actually go to, and it was locked when we went there. I'm not sure if you kill the boss as like your initial encounter, if this door unlocks that way as well, because if it does, that would actually give you a pretty strong start. So you can get the Stormhawk King, which is a key item, and then over here, this is where we started the game. Oh yeah, there was a few things I guess I should point out as well, since we're back here. But here's Stormhawk Den. So, I think we passed him. Yep, Stormhawk Den. Summon Spirit of Stormhawk Den, 47 FP cost. He's a Stormhawk. Spirit of a fierce hawk that faithfully rendered lifelong service to the old king of Stormvale long ago. When the true storm raged, its cries emboldened its fellows in battle, and the tempestuous winds that encircle it shred through foes. So this thing is a flying spirit that's actually pretty agile. It dies really quick if it does get caught, though. It can get staggered pretty easily. And as mentioned, it can actually do like a cry that will temporarily boost your attack. It's pretty neat. If against like slow enemies or just groups, it kind of just buzzes around, just is a very, very good distraction. And then the other thing we got was the Stormhawk King. Ashes of a Hawk, revered by all others as sovereign back in the days when Stormvale's winds still raged like no other. This ancient monarch is proud, however, refusing to answer anyone's summons. Alright, and that's pretty much it here. But before I go, I am obviously going to teleport out of here because I don't want to kill myself. Back when we started, we of course got this item from this person. Oh, though the path is be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. So essentially, this person killed himself. Yeah, but as mentioned before in the beginning, you know, we were Maiden list. I believe this was supposed to be our Maiden, but she got assassinated. Which is, of course, unpleasant. So yeah, I think these people are just killing themselves. That or they're dueling. That's also a possibility, I suppose. Anyway. Like I said, this one was a lot more interesting compared to the other gate that we could have gone through. But with all that taken care of, let's go ahead and head back to Raya Lucaria and continue onwards. So I believe we're in the Church of the Cuckoo. Yes, I believe we're in the Church of the Cuckoo. No, I'm not. That's wrong. I am a liar. I'll show the map again because it is a bit confusing. But yeah, I went to the wrong one. Yep, so yeah, we entered in through here, which teleported us to here, and then we went in through here and then around this way. Something along those lines. So we'll go to the classroom now. Now, I suppose on my personal playthrough, I think I missed an item or two. I'm hoping to find them this time, because I actually do want them for this build. You can see there's a guy up there already. I think we have enough for a level up, by the way. So it looked like... Yeah, so I think I was working on Vigor. Though at this point, I actually do want to increase Intelligence, because we are going to get new spells, and we actually need Intelligence to actually use some of them. So we'll work towards that. It also bolster our damage, which is nice. Alright, so yeah, we saw a fellow go this way. So you got the guys, the melee mages with the bucklers. Conspectus Scroll. So that'll give us access to some new spells. Behold, attacking. Thank you. I think this was the one I missed. In fact, I'll add my own message just in case they missed it. Situation, secret passage. Alright. So we've got a few things there. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. So Glintstone 5. This gives us access to magic grease, magic arrows, fletched arrows, and then magic bolts, and then drawstring magic grease. So stuff that's pretty useful if we ever want to use range attacks. I think I mentioned I was kind of interested in possibly using a dex, like a crossbow or something, which I still do because the crossbow is actually pretty useful to have. I mean, magic is, of course, will handle a good chunk of what you're doing, but it won't take care of everything. Where does this lead? I don't think it leads anywhere. Yeah, it just leads back. Oh, wow, there's Trina lilies here. Try up. Thank you, I guess. I mean, there's no other routes we can take, so it doesn't really help me that much. Jumping required ahead. Jumping required. Okay. Livinus Glintstone Crown. Okay. Okay. So, heavy a little helm here because it's stone. One of the Glintstone Crowns bestowed by later Lucaria scholars whose pursuits were deemed worthy. Increases intelligence to the detriment of HP. The lineage of Livinus Conspectus began with the sorcerer Lusat, and its adherents continue his study of meteors. It's always nice to study meteors, you know? This will just take us back to the beginning, right? Right. It will, but I'm just gonna teleport. I'm gonna play that safe. Oh wait, does it take us back to the wheel? Yeah, it does. No, we're good. Never mind. I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, we're okay. So I don't have to re-kill that one guy. Oh, I also didn't look at the scroll. I'll take a look at that real quick. Alright, so gets Glenstone, Comet Shard, and Star Shower. This is actually, I believe Comet Shard is actually a pretty good one. A sorcery scroll from the Academy of Lucaria details superior sorceries taught to scholars worthy of donning the Stone Crown and studying a certain conspectus. Can be given to a learned sorcerer to gain access to the following sorceries. Yeah. Star Shower is nothing too special, but the other one's pretty good. Alright, so there's two casters here. I missed. They do hit you with your book, or with their book, if you let them. So yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that spell, but for right now we're going to stick with what we got. I'm kind of curious to see how well Gravity Well's going to do. It doesn't really pull you that far, does it? Okay, it's not too bad then. I was always concerned about them pulling things too far and then being in melee range. There we go. It's definitely a lot of trouble here, so it's better just to be a mage. Because there's this guy. Hello. Oh, I jumped over your swipe. Nice. Hopefully you're not related to Alexander. I hate when that message pops up because you can't do anything while that message is up, so it makes things a lot more annoying. Ritual pot. Is that? We've gotten ritual pots before, haven't we? Fairly certain we have. Yeah, we've gotten them before. They're pretty useful. They allow you to make they tend to make bombs that require FP to use, but they do quite a bit of damage. Alright. So we're gonna get attacked from behind here. Yeah, like I... Okay. Sorry, I was in go mode there for a bit. Sorcerer leggings, which I think we already have, and we got Rhea Lucaria robe. Alright. A few of them, apparently. I think we've gotten these before. Yeah, I think we have, since we have 2 of them. So, I won't repeat myself. So, finger curling thing. Item. Thank you message. Is there one here? Nope. What about here? Nope. Anything over here? Alright, we'll keep on going then. So up here. Sorry if you're hearing the clicking. I had to lift my controller because my cat was being adorable. Alright. Cool. And then over here. Not one. Alright. Fog gate up ahead. Actually, before... Yeah, let's check what's over here real quick. I think we're okay. Okay. So yeah, let's go do the secret here. Ladder ahead. Yep, there's a ladder here. Thank you. Actually, that is kind of useful. Thank you. Anyway, and here we can find ourselves a Comet spell. Glintstone Key. So Comet's a pretty good spell, I believe. It's been a while since I've gone over them, but it requires 52 int, and I've been slacking on my intelligence lately. Fires a great magic comet. One of the Glintstone sorceries of the Academy of Rhea Lucaria fires a great magical comet. The sorcery can be cast repeatedly and while in motion, charging enhances potency. The greatest of the Keralos Conspectus's sorceries that only a few sorcerers have ever mastered. Yep, so very useful. I think it actually explodes a little bit too. It's a really powerful spell, and usually it kills players when it's used against them. Alright. So a few things to note. You can actually go behind the area. Let's try... Like I mentioned before, unless you're like a VTuber streamer or whatever, the benefits of messages usually never come. If you're a VTuber streamer that's popular, you'll get constant constant upvotes and a bunch of free heals. Anyway, nothing else here, so we're just going to drop down here. And now we're here. With a bunch of pots that haven't aggroed yet. So you actually can't target these pots, but you can still attack them, and they will activate once you do. They will aggro. I did try ignoring them, but once you go and try to grab the loot, they get angry. So we're just going to deal with all of them. It's possible they're not aggroing because I'm one-shot killing. I'm not entirely certain. But it's fine. Alright, so here we can find the Graven School Talisman. So this thing raises potency of sorceries. Talisman depicting a school of Graven mages, the nightmares of the academy. Raises potency of sorceries. The primeval current is a forbidden tradition of Glintstone sorcery. To those who cleave to its teachings, the act of collecting sorcerers to fashion them into the seeds of stars is but another path of scientific inquiry. So I think this is like 10% increased damage, so I will go ahead and switch out for that. So I lost Claw Talisman. Let's go ahead and wear the part here. What I usually do if I'm doing things like robes and hoods is I'll usually try to equip something heavier as my for the hands and feet. To just get a little bit of extra poison defense. Yeah, it's a little shiny. Could also do... Could just do Carrion Knight. Anything that's longer sleeved? Good old-fashioned souls. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the those cover up my arm. Godric Night Greaves aren't bad, but I think I'll do Carrying Night Greaves just because it's a little less ridiculous. There we go. And as for our hood, I think I'll stick with what we have right now. Yeah, it's fine for now. Alright, so there was a door we couldn't open from the other side. And that leads us to here. So we're back here again. And then we can just go back up here. We'll go ahead and pop this. Get that going. Yeah, we'll do what we have here. I don't remember if you can summon for this boss fight or not. I think you can. Yes, you can. I'm gonna summon the bros here. Alright, Wolf Boy that knows magic. Sheesh. Here it comes. There's Comet. Alright, I'm done playing nice. Yeah. The way he works is he'll delay his spells like that and then charge you while the spell goes off. So I was trying to stagger him with jump attacks, but unfortunately the Godric soldiers just could not keep up. Fighting this guy in open terrain is actually really, really annoying. The classroom is not too bad. We did get a memory stone. Obviously, it gives us more memory slots. Alright, so with that... So we can take the scrolls to the Turtle Pope if we really want to. But I want to go ahead and keep sending them to our teacher here. I believe if she ever dies for any reason, you can get back the scrolls. Not that it's really a big deal, since you can just buy the spells from her. Long time no see, Selin.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson?
Give a scroll.
Ah, is that a scroll? Takes me back to my academy days. Very well. This is sorcery with which I'm not entirely unfamiliar. I'll be sure to incorporate it into one of your lessons.
Thank you.
Never lose that inquisitive spirit, my apprentice.
Alright, so yeah, we get Star Shower, which shoots 5 homing shots instead of just 3. And then, what was the other one we got? Oh, and then we also got Glintstone Comet Shard, which, so, yeah, fires a magical comet with a trailing tail. The sorcery can be cast repeatedly, and while in motion, charging enhances potency. Sorcery of the Careless Conspectus, the most venerable of the Academy. And then here we have fires 6 magic shooting stars that pursue the target. Oh yeah, it does fire 6. That pursue the target. The sorcery can be cast while in motion. Charging enhances potency. The most difficult to master of the Levinus Conspectus sorceries. Okay. So... can I afford both? Maybe? It was what? 12,000 for both? Or 22,000 for both. Oops, I was about to bump into her. That would have been bad.
Continue the lesson very well. I have time aplenty.
Indeed. So yeah, we'll get this spell and then this spell. I don't know how useful they are. I'll look them up later.
You wish to continue very well.
Okay. We'll sit and see if she changes her dialogue. Because she does change as you buy things from her. Memorize spells. Let's go ahead and replace this spell with this spell. It fires 6 of them, and it actually has a better... I don't know if it does better damage, but we can now fire 6 of them. And then... yeah, we got Comet, Comet Shard, Shard, Shard. Okay. We'll take Comet Shard just in case. And then that should be everything for now. Okay.
There you are. Shall we commence?
Alright. She has nothing else to say. That's fine. I didn't want her to talk to me anyway. I'll show her. I'll show you all. Alright, so debate Parlor is this way. Alright. Here we are. Okay, so we have a few directions we can go. I'm trying to think here of which direction I really want to go. Because I think I can get to the boss pretty quickly if I want to, but I don't think I want to. There's a bunch of crabs here, a bunch of little undead mooks there you can see. They do aggro. There's also an Iron Maiden that patrols here, and the Iron Maiden will kill enemy and ally and foe. Look at that moon. Oh. Hello, fellows. You guys have aggroed already. I was hoping to not aggro the mage, but it looks like that was not an option. I can resist your magic easier now. Yeah, the pots aren't very threatening, to be honest. Back to pot. Oh, we can make magic pots. Cool. And then ritual pots. We can make Alberneck pots. But that's about it. Okay. Oh. For any other int-based characters, there's runes around here that have a bunch of those nasty giant birds that will murder you. But if you happen to have a keystone and come around this area and go to the treasure room, there's a sword that's int scaling that will that inflicts sleep, and its weapon art will also inflict sleep. It's a pretty interesting. Ow, ow. Okay, let me kill this thing. Thank you. Ow, ow. All right. No. Okay. So this happened. But, oh, come on. Go away. No one likes you. No, not you, kitty. Oh, well. Bye-bye, cat. Yeah, this place is a... So, yeah, that's how they get you. Yeah. There's a million mages here. Shall I try Comet Shard and see how that plays? I lost targeting. Which was bad. Ow. Not the best. Not my best work. Yeah, I can do that too. So part of the reason why the rocks do so much damage, besides the fact that it throws 3 of them, is it's actually physical damage. And these guys are actually resistant to magic because of robes and all that. These guys do drop swords, I believe. They're not really good, they're straight swords, but they're available if you want them. Okay, that was a mess. Alright, so precious item ahead. You can get the Glintstone Wet Blade, which makes it so no matter what weapon art you apply to something, you can also now apply magic freely, I think. Yeah. So, Glintstone Wet Blade with a cipher engraved can be used as a whetstone knife when applying an affinity using physical or magic type ashes of war. An additional affinity of magic or frost can be chosen. So frost does scale with int. There is no actual frost damage in this game, but it's a status effect that will do significant damage, reduce stamina regen, and make them more vulnerable to just all types of damage. It reduces damage resistance, which can be pretty powerful if you can consistently get it on there. So that door is locked from this side. Ambush ahead, be wary behind, thank you. So we do have the option to go down this way, which there's a guy, as mentioned, that's behind you, who apparently swings a book faster than I could swing my sword. There's a door that can only be opened from this side down here, which just takes us back down here. So we're here now. I apologize for being really sloppy with my fighting as of late. Playing as a confessor has been... Incantations have definitely spoiled me. Sorceries do pretty good damage, but incantations definitely have a little bit more variety, to say the least. Alright, so down there will take us back to where we came, but much like most locations, rooftop jumping. And there's quite a bit you can explore here. Alright, so I'm not going to use Comet Shard. Yeah, pebbles. Ow, ow. Did not see you there. There we go. Problem solved. The only bad part about incantations usually, with the exception of lightning magic, is most of them are really slow, lobbing like fireballs and things like that. Except for one spell, I think we have it. Yeah, this spell, this freaking Frenzy Burst. Even though NPCs don't have any madness, this Frenzy Burst is really long range, really fast. Most enemies don't know how to dodge it. And it does really good damage. So if it's ever a situation where I can't use Black Flame, I end up using that spell as my snipe spell. It's really helpful. It's not raining, but that's okay. So yeah, we can continue on this way. We could drop down there, but it's literally a place we've been to already. I don't think there's anything to drop down this side. There is not. Alright. So up here. Alright, up here is those gremlin clockworks. Just short. That should be enough. Yep. And off you go. You're out of range as well. Alright. Earthbending. Alright, and yeah. I knew that was gonna happen the moment I charged in. I was like, yeah, there's probably one more. Yeah, that thing started to freak out after it took damage. But unlike the big ones, it just kind of flops around on the floor a bunch. Alright, off we go. Just check and see if there's any drop-off points on the bridge here. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So now we can go along this side with more rooftops to play around with. Meteor bolts. Alright. Enchanted work of craft made in tandem with the full moon crossbow. The tip is embedded with glintstone. Like a shooting star, these bolts leave a beautiful trail when fired. Deals magic damage. Alright, so nothing on that side. We can drop down here. Let me check that again, actually. Anything on this side? Nope. Nope. Alright. Alright. So definitely something up there. We can drop down here. Okay, clockwork that guy there. Can't jump that side though, so we need to go this way. Okay, clockwork guy there. Okay, one down. Clockwork guy there, which unfortunately I don't think I probably could have shot where I was, but I dropped down already. Be wary of right, I've already killed it. But there is one up there. Alright. Yeah, it's just safer to do it this way without risking running into bad things. I don't remember if I ever went this way. Ever. Yeah, there's a lot of routes we can take. That's why it gets a bit complicated. Gold Rune 4. Try jumping. No. 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 Nothing there. Alright, this way. Alright, we can drop down here. Or the other side, actually. So you drop down here. We'll take the body with us, why not? So yeah, you can walk around here. There's a ladder there. Ranged battle, oh, ranged battle. You can also go across here. Which, what we saw before. Something died, by the way, I don't know what. Alright, that's the last imbued sword key, so we'll take care of that next time. First off, jumping, then praise the item. Smithing Stone 3, which we really don't need. Alright, we should be able to make the jump back. There we go. I was going to jump over there anyway, but it's nice that the message confirmed that there's an item over there. So you can descend if you want to. Finishing a ranged battle, but I don't see anything worthwhile. I mean, you can fight from there, I guess, but there's no real reason to. You can get there normally. Alright, so down here, crabs. Somber Stone 4s. So yeah, you can get up to +4 here. Could this be dog? Try a group. Okay, so we're gonna go back up. Because there's yet more rooftops to damage with our feet. Ah, there you are. We'll just jump down. We can definitely run up at him, but there are those gremlins up top. Come on, I know you're up there. Hello. That message disappeared before I can read it. Magic grease. Those look like you can drop... Can you drop down here? No, you cannot. Definitely not. Oh, by the way, there's a bunch of windows we can go through if you want to. We'll do that last though, because once we drop down, that's going to be kind of it. So yeah, we can drop down there as well. I don't think there's anything that important down there. Well, there is a crab down there that I want to kill, but beyond that... Hey, what's up? Probably should have been looking up. That's what you get for being sloppy. I don't think there's really anything down there. Anyway. So, over here, go into this room. Oh yeah, this takes us all the way back to the beginning. We can get a gold rune 3. Yeah, this actually takes us back to the church. And there is an item down there, so we have to go. How do I want to do this, actually? Can we get back to there if we drop down here? Like, that's the question. Maybe? I mean, if we run back, I guess. Certainly a lot safer than trying to go through the freaking church again. Yeah, let's go this route. We'll see how it goes. I just don't want to respawn everything. That's the situation. Things do respawn over time, though you have plenty of time to do it. But if you go through like multiple day-night cycles, even without going to a grace, they will eventually spawn. So, okay, so yeah, actually, I end up in the church anyway. Sheesh. Nope, not letting you do that. Halo. So yeah, I missed an item. It's all the way up there. Alright, well... I have to go get it. So yeah, I did not need to drop down because this area... I forgot about this area that actually takes you to the crab. Speaking of the crab, we did get a helmet from it. Twin Sage Glintstone Crown, one of the Glintstone Crowns bestowed by rare Lucaria scholars who blah 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 blah. Greatly increases intelligence at the detriment of HP and stamina. Scholars of the Twin Sage Conspectus or the elites of the Academy permitted to study and excel in sorceries of all kinds. So definitely not Bluntstones. So... I guess technically is it technically a shortcut? Shattering Crystal? Yeah, it is a shortcut. You don't really need to go back there, though. Alright, and then there's this guy. Well, we got a new spell, so I'll read that first before I get myself murdered. It was... Shattering Crystal. Sorcery, the Mysterious Crystallians creates a massive crystal that shatters in a forward burst, charging enhances potency. The Crystallians are inorganic beings, yet they live. They cleave close to the ideals of the primeval current, and as such, they are revered guests of the sorcerers. Okay. I think we got everything else. Yeah, that was where we came from. There are no doorways here. We got the ladder. Nothing here. Yep, so we just got this guy. Alright, so this guy. If you let him fire, he will shoot 5 firebolts that explode like a machine gun. So that's why I just started throwing spells, and so my spells would hit first. You don't have the right, therefore left. Alright, well, we got this thing. Azur's Glintstone Staff. Requires 52 intelligence. Staff of the Primary Evil Glintstone Sorcerer, Azure. Only those who have glimpsed what lies beyond the wisdom of stone may wield it. Reduces casting time of all sorceries, but consumes additional FP. So casting time, so dexterity can increase, make your casting times faster. But the way it works is it only reduces the initial charge. So if you're casting spells like that can be cast repeatedly, like Pebble, it only boosts the speed of the first cast and not the other ones. There's also some spells that just don't really have a charge time. Therefore, they don't actually benefit from it. So it is kind of a thing. Ahead. I get it. Did you get the joke? I got the joke. Yeah, there's no way going down there. In fact, I don't think it's a benefit to even go down there. Yeah, I don't think it is. It's hard to tell because I don't know where I'm at anymore. Yeah, these are graves. Yeah, definitely not this area. Alright, we might have to teleport back and unfortunately do a run. But that's okay, I'm okay with the run. And we don't have a lot of runes to begin with, because we've kind of done all this already. Alright. So, we don't need to go through Death Mage Alley this time. What we can do instead is just run through that door we opened. So go figure, that door is actually useful. So yeah, you can see the Iron Maiden comes out once you get to a certain point here. Excuse me, sir. You appear to have a sword in your back. Tried to backstab, didn't succeed. Okay. Go up here. So we just need to get to that church again, and then drop down onto the chandelier. Fortunately, it does mean we have to go through here again. Bonk. Fine. Yeah, resistant to magic, so it takes a few of these pebbles to actually kill them. Alright. So back over this way. How do you get to there? Did I miss a ladder somewhere? There's probably another way to get to the rooftops. It's the only way I see it. I mean, unless I missed a ladder around this thing. But I'm fairly certain I didn't. But it wouldn't put it past me. Alright, this way. Bloop. Alright. Alright, drop down here. Yeah, I believe it's likely death myself. Alright, we'll drop down then. It's my second try to make sure I didn't miss anything. There we go. So yeah, we went this way earlier. But yeah, there's no way to get to, can't get to anything from here. Alright, with that in mind, we're gonna drop down this way. And see if we can get on top of this. Oop, hello. I know you're here. Come down. Nope, you're not going to come down. Okay, we're going then. Alright, so yeah, item right here. Probably wasn't worth the trip, but just to play it safe, we can drop down one more thing here. Like so. And then drop onto this, and this will give us a Academy Glintstone Key. Okay, it is actually useful. Because now we have 2 keys. Which means we obviously don't need 2 of them, so we can give it to our good buddy. Alright, I don't think there's anything... Key to the seals binding both gates. Yeah. Yeah, activates. Okay. So yeah, it actually has a little bit different. This Glintstone Key is brand new and unused by anyone. Hint, hint. No one needs it, so let's give it to the guy. Hey, man.
Back to learn another? Why, of course.
Hey, man.
Are you certain?
Yeah.
You're willing to give your Glintstone Key to me?
I have a spare.
My, oh my. Thank you. Thank you dearly. Now I can go back to the Academy to resume my study of Glintstone sorceries. And the very stars.
That cue the rain, man. That was some good timing there. So we do get the emote erudition.
Back to learn another? Why, of course. Thank you. With your blessing, I will depart for the Academy of Rea Lucaria. Perhaps one day you'll pay me a visit? Who knows? I may be a decorated sorcerer by then.
Alright. I know it's a bit of a pain to explore all of Rea Lucaria to find him, so I ended up just looking it up. But he is here. There was some hints by some players where there was sadness. That is where he's at. And I believe this teleport will count as a set at a grace, so it should satisfy the requirements. Yep, it does. So here he is. He didn't make it. So we get his bell bearing, so you can buy anything else that his shop has. You can get his staff, and you get Thoth's Barrier. So the story is kind of interesting because he talked about how he's a Glintstone. They called him a Glenstone, which is an insult, like how he's just a really bad student. But he was studying this magic here. Thoth's Barrier, which erects a magic force field to deflect spells. The lifelong pursuit of Thoth's the Glintstone creates a magic force field that deflects sorceries and incantations, hold to continuously create barriers. Future generations will learn. They will know the foolishness of the sneering sorcerers who ridiculed this theory, little realizing that it was in fact a discovery worthy of the new conspectors of the Academy. So yeah, he succeeded, but he didn't know it. And unfortunately he died. So this being Dark Soul, well, From Software, most stories tend to end in tragedy, I believe I mentioned. But also, apparently the story writing was done by like George R.R. Martin, who I believe has done Game of Thrones, which of course has a tendency to kill off lots of characters. Even by those standards, I kind of wish there was a few quests that didn't always end in freaking tragic ends, like where they just flat out die or worse. Oh, hello. So yeah, I read that there was something back here if you come back here. And you get Ash of War, Thoth's Barrier. For shields. So there you go. It gives magic affinity as well. Thoth's Barrier, erect a magic force field while swinging the shield, deflect sorceries and incantations. Can also be used in the same way as a regular parry. So you can parry magic essentially, and what will happen when you parry magic is it'll sprout out little glintstones that will shoot back at the target. All right, I am definitely over time, but I definitely want to take care of a few things. So he also gave us a emote, and that emote has a use in 2 locations. One of them's over here. I think I did show off the message where it said try emoting. And if you recall, it says erudition guide thee. So I'm going to message here, try... It's an emote? Gesturing. And then we can do gesture and add in erudition. So if they read it and actually stare at it long enough, it'll actually show the gesture you're supposed to do. And then you go up here. You can do erudition. Confirm. Okay. If you do that, you can now see this. Which will take you up here. you get a memory stone. Nothing too special. Then there's another one location we checked out a while back. It's over here, the Converged Fringe Tower. This one's a little bit more of a trek. Yep, over here. There's a giant with an arcane sword, I believe, or not arcane, but can cast spells and stuff. It can be a bit annoying. We might have killed him already. Did we kill him? No. Actually, you might have. Oh, fine by me. Alright, same thing here. May iridescent light your way. Now, I believe the emote alone is not enough. Yeah. What you need for this one is you actually need to equip. I don't know if it's picky about which one, but I think you have to equip a crown. And then do it. And that does it. This one is kind of hard to convey through a message. What I usually do is try head, and then try. Oh, actually, I know what one. Head required a head, and then try. And it was actions, right? Actions, gesturing, and then your addition. Unfortunately, you can't tell them what head means, but it's about all I can really convey. Okay. I don't know if that's actually what the requirement is, but that's how I made it work. Ugh. Seriously. Alright, fine. Trying to finish the video here, come on. Alright. Like a dream. Alright. Also, I think that blue mist is sleep. I don't know what exactly happens if you fall asleep next to the thing. Because it doesn't do any other... Well, there are some that do attacks. It's just not that one. Alright. Now, this tower is special for numerous reasons. So far, all the towers we've gone to give you a memory stone. This one gives you Can of Haima and Gavel of Haima, which are far more useful. I don't know about Gavel, but I've seen the hammer one be used in PvP videos. So this one is the Lob explosive one. Lob's an explosive magic projectile out in an arc. One of the Glenstone sorceries of the Academy. Lob's an explosive magical projectile that flies in the arc. You can charge it for potency. Drawn from the Conspectus of Haima, the adjudicator of the Academy, this sorcery employs might as a means of it to quell conflict. And then creates a magical great hammer and slams it down, allows one follow-up attack. Drawn from the scholarly Conspectus of Haima, the adjudicator of the... yeah, same thing. So there you go. Got ourselves a bunch of sorceries. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it a video. I am the Depressed Hero. This was Elden Ring. When we come back, we will do the Glintstone Key that we got, and then continue on with the Academy. So see you guys next time.